Welcome to Eaton Africa. Eaton is a power management company. Our businesses comprise of 5 distinct segments: electrical, hydraulics, aerospace, truck, and automotive. We are a global technology leader in diversified power management solutions that make electrical, hydraulic, and mechanical power operate more reliably, efficiently, safely, and sustainably. Eaton has been operating in Africa since 1927 and has offices in South Africa, Kenya, Ethiopia, the Ivory Coast, Morocco, Algeria, and Nigeria. We have manufacturing facilities that are located in South Africa, Morocco, and Tunisia, with over 900 Eaton employees and various distributors across the region that are dedicated to the growth and transformation of Africa's businesses. Eaton envisions itself as a world-class environmental, health, safety, and security organization. EHS is an integral part of the business, contributing across its entire value chain and enhancing the company's competitive position in the marketplace. Eaton is committed to the protection of the environment, the safety, security, and health of our workers, contractors, and visitors, the protection of assets of the company, being valued members of the community in which we operate. The environmental, health, and safety induction sets out the general requirements that are to be adhered to by all employees, visitors, and contractors performing work activities. You will now be presented with the basic rules and requirements that is aligned to our global EHS policy for our facility. We urge you to pay attention. In the event of a serious incident such as a fire, you will be required to evacuate the premises following the emergency evacuation procedure. 1. The emergency evacuation alarm will be triggered. 2. You will be required to leave the facility and assemble in the designated assembly point outside. 3. The marshal will ensure the area is evacuated by all staff. The marshal will guide the staff from their designated area to the assembly point outside the facility. The marshal will do a roll call to ensure that everyone is accounted for. Once it is established that all personnel are present, the green flag will be raised. 6. Once the all clear alarm is sounded, all staff may return to their areas of work. Do not panic in the event of an emergency. Remain calm and take instruction from your evacuation marshal or from your on-site Eaton contact. All persons on-site are subject to our security protocol. All visitors are required to sign in at reception. You should be accompanied by your on-site Eaton contact at all times. A biometric system for Eaton employees is used. Your finger imprint will allow you to gain access and leave the premises. For those employees using a PIN, kindly keep this confidential. A visitor permit will be issued to contractors when driving their vehicle onto our site. Only the driver will be permitted to enter via the vehicle gate. All passengers are required to enter via the security office and be signed in separately. All vehicles will be searched and the visitor permit must be presented when exiting our facility. Adhere to the speed limit while driving inside the facility and do not block any entrances or other vehicles when parking inside. Please note that while you are on our premises, you are subject to all our EHS rules and requirements. We may ask you to leave in order to maintain a safe environment if necessary. People who enter our facility are required to wear the protective gear for the designated areas. Please pay attention to the signage at each work area to determine the appropriate personal protective equipment and clothing for that area. Visitors are required to wear visibility vests, safety glasses, earplugs. Safety shoes are optional, provided you stay on the designated walkway. Contractors are required to come prepared with their own PPE for the area they will be working in. Some areas may require extra PPE related to the work done. Staff with chemical exposure will wear PPE to protect them, such as respiratory masks, acid-resistant gear, gloves, or aprons. Eaton has developed an environmental health and safety management system called mesh, which meets requirements of international EHS standards ISO 14001 and OSAS 18001. It's also a measure to demonstrate compliance to legal and other requirements. The mesh vision includes improving EHS performance, increasing transparency, operating sustainable business, EHS as a value-added process. The general EHS rules are: no person may take any action that will cause harm to themselves, others, or the environment. Mitigate all environmental emergencies such as spills or leaks or pipe ruptures or noxious emissions. No smoking is allowed on site. Designated smoking areas are outside the site premises. No talking on cell phones allowed while work is being conducted inside the manufacturing plant. Do not enter the site if under the influence of alcohol or any other intoxicating substance. Employees have the right to refuse to do work which is unsafe or life-threatening. If an unsafe work condition exists, this must be discussed with the supervisor. Maintain equipment and tools and ensure they are in a safe condition prior to use. Tools and equipment or machinery may only be used by trained and authorized people. Do not hurry or run downstairs or jump from high platforms or stairs. Always hold on to a handrail when going up or down a stairway. Use compressed air only on work surfaces and equipment. Blowing air off on your body or clothes is not allowed, as this may lead to serious injury. Report unsafe conditions and all injuries and illnesses, no matter how minor, within 24 hours of occurrence. Adherence to life-saving rules is critical to keeping employees safe. There are 6 life-saving rules, namely safety devices and guards. Devices installed to assure safe machine operation shall not be removed, tampered with or bypassed. Lockout or tagout. Lockout or tagout procedures must be followed. Electrical work or arc flash. Appropriate personal protective equipment must be used when electrical work is being done or where there is arc flash potential. Fall protection. Fall arrest systems must be used when working at unprotected heights of 1.82 meters or greater. Permit required confined spaces. No person shall enter a permit required confined space without an approved permit. Seat belts or restraints. All operators and passengers of powered industrial trucks and equipment must use available seat belts and restraints. Among our most important values is our commitment to the safety and well-being of all employees and visitors and contractors. Building a zero-incident safety culture where everyone feels responsible for safety in the workplace and protects their personal well-being and the well-being of others reflects that commitment. We appreciate your adherence to supporting our zero-incident safety culture while on our premises. If there are any questions, please ask your host or direct manager or supervisor. Thank you, and stay safe.